Hey, y'all. What's up? Sorry, I'm munching on stale Popeye's chicken. Uncle spilled my fucking hot sauce all over the cards.
I did.
Now it's dry ass Popeye's chicken. I don't got no sauce to soak up none of this damn dry ass shit. Crazy.
In the Matrix for a moment.
Really crazy. I saw it. It was spilling over there. I literally saw it.
You did? And I didn't see it until I think it spilled.
I saw it. I was like, it had to be teared over from it. I literally saw it from over there.
I literally, when I looked at it, my cars was soaked. I said, it was on my pants. I said, how did this happen?
Yeah, it was way too, it was you, because it was not knocked over when you found out.
No. I actually still, it was upright.
Yeah,
I think I put the cars on top of it.
Yeah, it was you.
All right, look at God. Look at you, look at God. Look at it all. Hello, 2025.
I'll be smoking some weed. Hello, 2025. Or, it's about to be 2025.
Right, when they hear this, it will be 2025.
No, they will hear this on Wednesday.
Which was 2025.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, happy 2025, bitches.
Tomorrow's the 31st.
You know what? Someone was like, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, when is it?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. I'd be busy.
You do be busy.
I'd be busy.
Let's open this and
it's crazy because it's like all week I feel like this is a week where everyone was off. And I've been working all fucking week.
Yeah, and so have I.
I've been working all week.
Usually I have. Yeah.
Do we have a wine open? Oh, thank God. Okay. I was like, okay. So we're drinking Miraval Côtes de Provence, some bougie white wine. Oh, roll the intro.
Yeah, roll the intro.
Yo, these late nights got me acting a fool. I stepped in on Vavoom, like in the way that I move. I ain't playing around with fools.
It is bougie.
Bougie shit. Because that's what we is. We bougie niggas. The fuck?
They, a client of mine gifted me that, knowing that I have a podcast.
These wine keys, I think, are so much more difficult than like actual wine keys.
Wine keys.
Yeah, these like things that are supposed to open up this bottle of wine.
Oh.
But they don't open up the bottle of wine. Like,
shit.
They're like hard. They're like hard to make them like. I don't know. They're weird to me. Like versus like a traditional wine key. Like and then like people don't know how to use them, and I'm like, but this fucking contraption makes sense to you? Like I don't understand.
Right.
I don't understand. Whatever. It's fine. Science.
Well, you got it.
No, I can get the bottle of wine open. I get a bottle of wine open with a lighter.
I've seen you do.
Okay, I will do what it needs. I will do what needs to be done. Let's do it. So, 2024. What were some of your favorite moments of the year so far?
2024
of the year, not so
last
far.
year.
Of 2024.
Okay. Favorite moments. You know what? That we did it all. That we done this show all year.
We've done the show all year.
That really was top. That really
doing the show was it your favorite moment of the year? That wasn't
that was for me that we actually did something all year long.
But something that has to do with like 2024 specifically.
Well, we started it at the end of.
So we started in 2023,
right?
But it'll be going past 2024.
It would be this first full year.
So give me an action that isn't the show.
Oh, isn't the show?
That isn't the show. Something that happened in 2024.
In my life?
That is a stand-up in your life and whatever.
You know what? I don't know. What stands out with this year? I would say that something that stands out this year is, you know what? Being honest for a moment. What stands out is that this year, I remember like making a commitment earlier, like this summer. July came around, I had been kind of struggling from January to July, just grieving my grandmother.
Yep.
And I remember around like July, it was like synonymous with your boat day.
Okay. Sherry was here.
Sherry was here. Yeah, that's true. That I actually remember waking up one morning knowing that I was in a better spot than I was before. So that actually is like top of what I think of because I actually saw sadness turn into not so heartbreaking.
Right.
Or I actually saw the bed no longer serve me.
Right.
And that was a great feeling when my first default wasn't to, I got to go lay down.
Right.
And since then, it's been sunshine.
Right. That's
and
nice.
Some rain.
Little rain.
Some sadness. It comes. But it's not overtaking me like it did. This year was very honest for me, like feeling wise. It was just so, I felt it all. Like I had to, this was cheers.
Cheers.
Happy 2025.
Happy 2025.
Yeah. What else happened this year that I thought stood out? Do you like that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You
I like
know,
it more than I thought I was gonna like it.
yeah, you don't really care for rose, do you?
Not particularly, but this is
Yeah.
really good.
So yeah, that was a real honest thing. Now, also, I will say one thing that stands out to me in 2024 is that, in particular with this show, is that I feel like we lived through or documented Drake versus Kendrick.
We did do that.
That was a moment.
That was the
and
thing.
I think that 10 years from now, even if it's archived, that will always be a moment.
Right.
Leading up to the droppings of the tapes, seeing Not Like Us become what it became.
Yeah, what it became.
I mean, also the new album. It's been an interesting moment.
I want Beyonce to win Record of the Year, but like I feel like Kendrick's gonna turn Not Like Us a diss record into Record of the Year,
My God.
which is crazy.
What about you? What stands out?
In my personal life, I mean,
Right.
2024, I changed a lot. A lot of stuff changed for me in
It did.
2024.
We did. And it was okay for you, I feel.
Oh yeah, it was a good year. Mm-hmm. It just was like, but a lot happened. It was a lot. This year was a lot. It was like a lot, and it was like coming back. Like I spent 2024 like rebuilding.
You did, yeah.
From a very high place and really having to bring it back from like virtually nothing, which was trying. But when I think of my personal moments for 2024 that were really cool, moving into my new apartment was a cool feeling.
Yeah. I agree with that for you.
Because I liked the apartment. I like that I get to live with Twan. I like that I get to have like some amenities again. I just like, it was nice.
Right.
It really felt like I was having like a moment of like a vindication moment.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed my apartment that I had with David, and losing that was very not difficult because I really liked that apartment. And so I was like, oh man, and then like going from that apartment to like where I ended up with the roaches in Koreatown, bitch. That apartment we was in for 6 weeks.
I remember.
That was, yeah. Like,
Did you talk about that with people? Like, did you let people know about? Cause
did I say that on the show?
no, but like the people in like real life, like outside of the ones that you were talking to.
I mean, my social circle is relatively small, so
they knew.
I want to say that people knew.
Because
yeah.
I
was only there for, I was not there for very long.
Yeah, because I actually founded that, and I am this.
Because I can't sit up in a motherfucker with no damn roaches.
No,
that
and
ain't happening.
Yeah, it would also like freaking you out too.
What the fuck? I was literally having a a fucking connection.
I had another friend of mine who I haven't talked to in a while, but 10 years ago or so, she had bed bugs.
Okay.
And when I tell you, it freaked her out so much to where I thought we were going to have to go to a psych ward. Because she just could not fathom the idea that she knew something was crawling on. It was a mess. But with you, I asked that you tell people because I actually found it that I actually have never told anyone, and it could be my own things about roaches and what I think people think about when they hear you have roaches. I've never told anyone that you had roaches.
Well, I didn't have roaches. The roaches were there.
I know that, but my point is they were there. I never talked about it with people.
Yeah, no, good, because I don't like niggas in my business.
I know that too. That's my point.
I can't stand niggas in my business. So if I make a joke about me living in a place with roaches, now that I'm past the place with roaches, over a year past the place with the roaches, but that was crazy.
I thought so. I never mentioned it.
That was so fucking crazy. When I had to, because that was before the podcast.
Right before.
That was right before the
Literally
podcast.
right
That was
before.
right before the
Right
podcast. I'm like, that didn't come on the show. That was before the show. That was like
right before.
That was like August.
Yeah.
And the show is like October.
Yeah, November.
Yeah.
We have a 1 year anniversary episode that's coming out soon.
We taped it.
So y'all get ready. It's funny.
It's funny.
We have friends, kinfolk.
Right, yeah.
So
there's a cake.
Yeah.
It was a whole.
It may seem like it was last year, but hello.
It's fine.
You're fine. Enjoy.
Everyone's fine.
It was fun. But finish 2024.
So like, getting to move into the new apartment was a real comforting feeling.
Right.
Like I bought the Tesla this year. That was also 2024. But like that didn't, to me, like I would have bought a car anyway. Right. I was gonna buy something. I needed something. And Remy's a cool thing.
Was Remy this year too?
Remy is also this year.
Yeah, you had a good year.
Remy's also this year. These are all like, all these things are like in the last, like, but not even like, they're like, because when would 2024 get ripping and running? Like it was ripping and running the whole year because my motorcycle got stolen this year.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
But listen, Dorinda Clark Cole said, but you are still here by the grace of God.
By the grace
and you
of
look
God.
good and you're thriving.
Okay.
And
Skin
you come
moisturized. Hair retwisted.
Have you been using your stuff?
No, but I've been a little bit.
Good.
A little bit. Like, I'm trying to do a little bit better.
Well, hello. I mean, you got, I know you're in your early 20s, but 30s here soon.
Yeah, 30s is, I don't know how, 8, 9 years
You got
away.
quite a few years. But
so many years away to 30.
Speaking of, as of 2025, this next generation born from January 1st until the next 15 years will be called the beta generation.
That makes sense. Alpha, beta.
Yeah. So you have, what did the people say in the other show that I just
Alpha.
spectated? The alpha,
The Gen Alpha.
beta. So yeah, then that would be from 2025 until 15 years from now.
15
Lord.
years from then. Right.
Whatever that is. I do not know. 2039?
2040.
Yeah. God, the years go fast. I want to play a little. I saw this list, and I want to know, do you agree with this list? This list said black female artists who's changed the music industry, and it's ranking the top 6 black female artists that's changed.
That really have changed the music industry?
Yes. You want to give your list first? Who do you think?
At the top, it should be right around Beyonce. But number 2.
Number 1 should be Beyonce.
Number 1 or
in the history now.
Beyonce's making a lot of change. I mean, maybe not. She's doing a lot.
Okay.
The first world tour, the first stadium world tour,
True.
By a woman.
True.
A woman, not a black woman. A woman.
True.
Beyonce.
I mean, she changed the album drop.
Beyonce's done a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Four decades in the game.
Mm-hmm. Name some other artists, black artists, female.
Who would be
on that list,
who would
like
be
top
really making
6?
a difference? I want to say that Nicki also should be on that list
She should be.
because Nicki is this whole era of girl rap.
Oh, she's a mother.
She is the mother.
She is mother.
She is quite. She is mother. In
She
this
is
era of
mother.
girl rap, it is what it is.
Even though Variety voted Bigfoot to be one of the worst songs of 2024.
Was that 2024? Mm-hmm. Get off your big foot. That was this year?
That was like February or so.
Oh, that's a
we
lot
talked
of
about
stuff
that on
this
this
year.
show too.
That's a lot of stuff from this year. Get up on your good foot.
And they voted it to be one of the top worst songs of the year. Any other people? And remember now, think back. I know you don't know all the oldies, but think back to some of these old bitches.
I think I want to say Whitney's very on that list.
I would put her on there too.
Maybe Lauryn Hill.
Oh, Lauren, I would put her on that list.
I
Yeah.
guess she's I guess.
I mean, she kind of brought in that hip hop singing. She could rap.
She could rap. Lauryn Hill could rap and sing.
Yeah.
And
that's
she was
my
the first.
point.
She was
Like,
really the first one to do that.
That's what my point. Yeah,
She
yeah.
was. She was the first one to do that.
She
and
brought that
in this hybrid
in.
era
Right,
now
right,
of all
right.
these artists who kind of do both.
And another key with her is the bitch was commercially successful.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, she kind of was like, whoa.
She could Alicia Keys, and she could.
Oh yeah, and she was before all
and
of
she
them.
could Missy.
Yes.
Right.
Now Missy's a good contemporary of hers because Missy really was doing what Lauren was doing. But I also think that being big, being black, being whatever Missy is sexually, I think it was things that made it where Missy didn't. She wasn't entering into that lane where Lauryn Hill was for some reason. Not for mainstream America, I don't believe.
No,
I love Missy.
Missy was never. Missy Elliott has the same her longevity has proven to be much even stronger than that of Lauryn. But Lauryn Hill really gave us just that one project and gave it to us.
And incredibly innovative, Missy.
Yes,
like ahead of her time, like literally. I'm going to read some of these people on this list. These are, and this, you could disagree, this up for you saying, hell no. So number 1 is Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Aretha Franklin. And I think in the longevity.
I know less of her career. That's
fair. That's fair.
I know less of her.
Number 3 is Tina Turner.
That makes more sense.
She was that black girl who also was a
Rihanna
rocker.
should be on that list.
Rihanna, she's not on this.
Rihanna should be on that
list. She should be on
Rihanna,
this list.
her billionaire ass.
Number 4 is, and please, let's just give her 4 and leave 2024 where it is. Janet Demeter Joe Jackson. Truthfully though, if we lay all what she said lately aside,
as more influential than a Robin Fenty.
I honestly, Corey, I don't know an artist from 2000, female-wise, who was dancing and singing, because Whitney and Mariah was knock needed. They weren't doing that. I don't know one that went playing by Janet Demeter Joe's playbook. Britney Spears, Pink. I mean, she literally was the blueprint for all the girls.
Janet?
Yes. She was that dancer. I mean, they were not doing that in the 80s. She was the only one.
No. Fucking, what's her name was doing that in the 80s?
Black.
Oh, because I was going to say
We
Paula
talking
Abdul
about
was doing what
black
Janet was
people.
doing. Paula Abdul was doing what
She's
Janet
not black.
was doing.
I don't know what Paula is.
And Paula was doing it to,
Okay.
I think, to arguably maybe like greater commercial success.
Not more than Janet. She actually.
Paula got
but
hits.
she taught Janet though. She did choreograph
Right, Paula
for
got
Janet.
hits.
But Janet Paula's not black.
No, she's not.
Black female artist.
Right. But I'm comparing it to like Rihanna. Like Rihanna to me,
Rihanna's
is
black
like,
though. That
right.
makes sense.
So like when I think about like the inspiringness of like different people, I think Rihanna should really be on that list because
I think that's
Rihanna
fair.
got a whole lot of money for a
They
little
could-
for a bitch
sure.
for a bitch from Barbados. There's a whole lot.
Now
of
the
motherfucking money.
order of this is odd because so Janet's number 4.
Where's Beyonce?
Beyonce's 5.
Bullshit.
That's what the people. That's what this
Beyonce's below
artist-
Janet Jackson.
She is.
Fuck out of here.
And
That's crazy.
And number 6.
That's disrespectful.
And this is the
Janet
one
can't
I
sing a lick. and that's crazy.
This is the one I'm interested in. What your thoughts of number 6 is Brandy. I actually think what Brandy brought to like R&B and also popular culture.
What about Jennifer Hudson and her EGOT having ass? No, there's some hoes who could be on that
She's
list.
not. She haven't changed the industry though.
Jennifer Hudson changed the industry.
That's the question.
Did Brandy?
Yeah, now Brandy single-handedly. Brandy was that girl who made R&B commercial. This bitch was Cinderella. That was, I know you was a
Did
fucking
Brandy make
embryo.
R&B commercial?
She did. Wasn't nobody doing that. Beyonce did not exist. Not in 1997. She was still in Dallas at Walmart.
Destiny's Child was a
They
thing
were
in
not.
97.
They were not Brandy Norwood. I was there. Brandy was that black girl.
Nigga,
who-
I was there too.
How old were you? You were just 21 when at the beginning
Right.
of the show.
I'm only 21. You're right. I'm only 21.
Okay.
You're right. I wasn't there.
Brandy.
I wasn't there.
I literally saw it. Brandy was that Moesha. There was this feeling of, oh, there's a black girl with braids who sings R&B who's also on the television.
No, I'm not saying that Brandy wasn't a star.
No, the question is who changed the music industry. She should be there. She did change. She opened doors in a way that no one had done that before.
What did Aretha Franklin do? Why is Aretha Franklin so high on this list? What did she do?
Well, because she was like the first major black R&B singer of the 60s, singularly. Like, I actually think Diana Ross should be there. I think that Tina Turner maybe should be underneath. I don't know if Tina should be number 3.
I don't think that either.
I don't think that. She should be in the top 15 now, for sure.
For sure.
But I agree with you I actually don't even know, and Lord knows I loved Whitney Elizabeth Houston. I mean, I adored her, but I don't know if I think she's number 1.
I think Jennifer Hudson should be on this list.
I don't know what Jennifer changed.
I think Jennifer should
but
be in the top 15.
Effie, we all
too.
got pain.
Jennifer's no.
Effie, we all got pain.
No, I think that's not
Jennifer
fair.
is a talent.
Jennifer got a whole EGOT.
Jennifer
Jennifer
is
got
talent,
a whole entire EGOT.
But I don't know what doors that Jennifer opened for no one. I really don't.
Doors opened. Yeah,
Change. She did not.
Maybe like this talk show era is opening a door or
That's
two
fair.
for some bitches now.
No, I do
I think
think
her EGOT status, her as a producer.
I
her
think
as
this
a-
new era will be what we call change because
I mean, because Jennifer Hudson is that girl. Jennifer Hudson is Jennifer.
And she's-
Singularly Jennifer
singularly,
Hudson.
yeah,
I am Jennifer
singularly.
fucking Hudson.
And how many number 1s has she ever had?
Like songs.
That's why she can't be on this list.
Right. She
Not
don't
in the
got
music
none.
industry.
She don't got none. She don't got
Now
none.
she's singularly Jennifer Hudson.
Yes.
But she hasn't made an imprint
Right.
on the music industry.
Right.
These women have made imprints on the music industry.
Fair.
Every last one of them, with the exception. Well, no, every last one of them.
Every last
Beyonce
one of
should
them.
just be.
Beyonce
I actually
should be a
think
little
that
higher on the
Beyonce
list.
should be maybe number 2. When Beyonce could be number 1 and Whitney could be number 2.
I think that Whitney could be number 1 and Beyonce could be number 2. I
That's
think I'd
fair.
be fine with
Beyonce
that.
did say when Whitney died, Beyonce wrote her eulogy and she said, "You was the blueprint for us all." And that's true. I do
Right.
think that there is an element where Whitney Houston.
Because Whitney is a vocalist.
Oh God, a vocalist. They
So
ain't
is
singing
Beyonce.
like
And
that.
Beyonce,
Beyonce
didn't,
can sing
but
her
Beyonce
ass
did not
off.
get her credit for being a vocalist until much later. Beyonce
True.
was not a known vocalist. That was
All
not what
right,
she was
let's merge
determined
into
to be.
Beyonce Bowl, please. We here.
Oh, yeah,
That's
let's
done.
talk about the Beyonce Bowl. That was
Thoughts?
great. I really enjoyed it. It was Christmas time.
Oh.
You didn't like it?
Oh, I thought you said you did not enjoy it.
No, I said I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you saw a shock on my face.
No, I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah. I thought
really
I was
enjoyed
going
it.
to say, wait, what?
No, I thought it was great.
I thought it was incredible.
I knew that. So I was talking to someone, not someone. I was talking to Twan.
What is the percentage in this? Because why do I feel drunk?
He says I'm lit.
We just started this shit.
I'm sitting with Twan and we're watching the show.
Right.
And I said Beyonce has this thing where songs of hers that I don't love, I tend to like more live.
Yeah, beautiful.
The live cut changes it for me.
Right.
And that's happened a ton of times.
Right.
Particularly with Beyonce, where this was like a song that I really didn't give a fuck about. And then the live version, Broken Hearted Girl, that album cut was, that live version, I got my blonde hair swinging in the wind to Broken Hearted Girl. Like, you know, the 7-Eleven, that cut don't do it for me. Live, lit.
Oh yeah, I don't want no parts of 7-Eleven.
A whole bunch of that.
Please, I don't want to hear her singing Halo on no word.
Haunted.
No
a lot of Beyonce like deep cuts.
I can't stomach Halo. You know that.
A lot of Beyonce deep cuts are great live.
Oh, I believe that.
A lot of Beyonce deep cuts are great live.
Well, what about?
You know what I want to hear a Beyonce deep cut that I think is totally underrated?
What is that?
Freakum Dress.
I love Freakum Dress. Is that a B cut?
That's a deep cut.
Oh, really?
That's a super deep cut. Freakum Dress? That's a banger. That nobody knows. No one ever references Freakum Dress.
Destiny's Child yesterday in my commute, and Brown Eyes came on.
Brown Skin Girl?
No, Brown Eyes. This is Destiny's Child from Survivor.
Oh, I thought you said Brown Eyes, and I was thinking India Arie?
No, that's Brown. What is that one called? That ain't Brown Eyes. That's Brown Skin.
Right.
I love Brown Skin too. But Brown Eyes, I think that you should cover more India Arie. I actually feel like your voice and India's complements each other in a way.
I can't tell what mine is.
India
Arie is grown folks music.
Funny, interesting story. Not even really funny. So I was on vacation in Sedona, Arizona in 2015 with a former friend. Good time. India Arie had a concert in Sedona with all these hippie white people, and it was her like musical. It was her Songversation series.
With Music Soul Child.
He wasn't there, but it was a part of that, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, she was in white, and when I tell you India sung her ass off.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that bitch can sing.
Right.
And she can sing with just her vocals. She don't need nothing but a dove behind her.
Well, you know how India Arie got put on?
I saw that episode.
Of Oprah.
I saw that episode.
With her and Jill Scott and Jilly from Philly?
And Yolanda Adams.
Right.
And Mary.
Right.
I saw that episode.
Right.
I was sitting.
Put them all on.
When I tell you that is a core memory,
Put them all on.
I was living in Orlando, Florida. I was probably 10 years old. Oprah had on a pantsuit. And I can vividly remember thinking, oh, I don't know who any of these bitches are, but they all are on the cusp of stardom.
Right.
Shackles.
She literally put them all on.
Shackles.
Right.
The Mary Marys.
It's 2004. It's going down.
Right. The Mary Marys literally changed gospel music in a way. It didn't sound like that. You had Jilly from Philly.
Jilly from Philly.
Who was this poet who could sing her ass off.
Jilly from Philly.
You had Yolanda Adams, Open My Heart.
I'm not a Yolanda Adams person, but
you know Yolanda though?
I do. She's like churchy.
Gospel singer, yeah. Tall.
Yeah.
Can really sing, really good tribute person. But what were we talking about before that? There was something I was mentioning.
Jilly from Philly,
Beyonce. Okay, so I want to go back to that Beyonce Bowl. What songs did you like better? Was it the whole thing that you liked better than the album because you were not a Cowboy Carter fan?
You know what song I liked a lot?
And that you don't like
that
usually.
I didn't like the album.
Jolene.
Riverdance.
She played it?
Bounce on the shit dance. Bounce on the shit
Let me
dance.
tell you why I didn't know that was Riverdance because it was so clean cut.
Oh.
On the album, she said bounce on the dick.
Did she say dick? I thought she said bounce on that shit.
On the album?
Is it dick?
It's dick. It's X-rated, yes.
No, she's not saying bounce on that dick.
Look on the
dance.
lyrics. I could be wrong.
You're wrong. I think she's saying shit. She's saying bounce on that shit dance. Beyonce did not say bounce on that dick. No, she didn't. Beyonce did not say bounce on that dick dance. I know she didn't. She didn't. But it was the clean version. You're right that it was the
She
clean.
don't say that. I'm pretty sure that's a lyric.
No, she's not saying bounce on the dick dance. She's saying bounce on that shit dance. Yes, that's
what I heard.
No,
then.
she's saying bounce on that shit.
And
dance.
you don't like Riverdance
No,
okay.
I didn't like the studio cut of that.
I like Riverdance.
But the studio cut of Riverdance, Matt, what is it? Okay. What was the dance? What was the?
That was great.
It was Riverdance mashed up with
Bucking.
That was great.
Bucking.
That was hot. That was hot as fuck. That was doing what I needed to do. I learned.
What is your thoughts about Post Malone?
He's cool.
Someone said, Black Twitter said that Beyonce told him, you got to bathe today.
That's funny. I like Post
Your
Malone.
ass got to bathe today, Cracker.
I
coming
like-
up here with me. I thought it was sweet when he looked at her and said, yes, ma'am, in the end. Because then it kind of made me realize that how old is this bitch? Why is he saying yes, ma'am, to her?
He's like 28, 29.
That makes sense. I mean, Beyonce is like 40. What now? Is she 45?
43.
43, okay.
81. Yeah.
What about Shabuzi?
Cool.
He looked great.
He always looks great.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's hot.
He's hot.
Very attractive.
Like his dreads. He's a talent. And just his album, what's that pop song, the bar song? Mm-hmm. It just made 1 billion streams on Spotify.
That's fun. Oh, Imani's calling.
Your sister?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Imani.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you're on my podcast right now. You're coming to LA next week.
I am.
Are you going to be on the show? Are you going to be on the show?
This definitely feels like a setup. I mean, I'm not against it.
Yeah?
You
You
should
want to be on the
come.
show
You
and
should
come
come.
talk some shit? And have a drink or two?
I mean, I'm down to be on. I'm already agreeing to all of this. Apparently, verbal contracts over the phone, but
And it's
yeah, I'm down
and
to
quite
be
literally, it's being recorded live.
that's exactly why I used the phrase verbal contract because
Yeah.
it felt like that's what you were doing.
That's what is happening.
Yes.
The
okay.
phone is angled into the microphone.
Crazy of you. This audio is gonna sound fucking crazy.
It's gonna sound great.
Gonna sound
So
complete
yes, you're down to be on the show.
All right. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. My friend is making us
Sure.
seafood boils for my birthday.
Okay, fun.
It's gonna be bouge. Okay. And I miss your face, and I'll call you back after the show.
Miss you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye. That's my kid sister. She is 27.
Yeah.
My big sister. That's my big sister. She is 27.
Ending it with one back to that's funny. Back to Beyonce real quick. What about Blue Ivy? Just trying to go through the things that people were talking about.
Oh,
with the
she
show.
looked great. I mean, like
She's
it's
cute.
It's cute. They're cute.
What a little girl. I mean,
like-
what a star.
I kind of like. I need Beyonce to mention her other children. Like, what
does that mean?
She has 2 more that we don't ever hear about.
But they're
And she-
children.
But we were hearing about Blue when
That is true.
we were
I
hearing
know
about-
what you're getting
We
at.
were hearing about Blue when Blue was their age.
Well, you know what?
Beyonce had songs named Blue. Beyonce had this named Blue.
That's
She was-
also like
she's
she's
been
the first
saying Blue
child.
forever. She's
She's
saying
the first child.
Right, but I want to
yeah.
hear about Sir and Rumi.
Well, I mean, what's the girl name?
Rumi.
Rumi was there with Miss Tina and Michelle Williams. I saw backstage footage of Miss Tina, Jay-Z, and Michelle and Rumi. Sir was not there, but I thought it was very smart when someone on social media said, in particular about Sir, let's stop, and not you, but in the general consensus, let's stop prying into why Sir is not around. Whatever that means. I actually think that there's a reason we don't
Oh,
see
I'm
him.
certain there's a reason that we don't.
Yeah, and I know you're not getting at that. I mean, yeah. But people are asking where is Sir.
I don't need to see him.
You want them to mention him?
I just would like a mention. Where's the song? Where's the whatever? Like, talking about the other kids, or I think that would be interesting.
But I actually think that Lil Remy,
Because Beyonce has no problem mentioning her children.
that's true.
That's what I mean.
actually think that Rumi is on the cusp of being the next Blue. Just give her a couple more years. She'll be on the stage with her mama too. She got that look that she wanted to be what her big sister is.
The kids like Blue.
The kids, the children.
Blue Ivy is like a Gen Alpha icon.
Oh, of course
She's like a Gen.
Of course
It's like
she
Blue
is.
and like North, are like the Gen Alpha.
Who's a talent?
It's Blue and
I'm
North.
interested in. And I don't give a shit about none of the people in that family. But
Blue
I
and North.
actually find North to be a talent.
It's Blue
She's
and North.
funny.
They are like the same age.
She got a lot of Kanye in
They're
her.
like 12, 13, whatever. Like
They're
the
mega stars.
future megastar bad bitches.
Mega stars.
Future megastar bad bitches just off of the bloodline.
Right.
Just bloodline.
Right. So what about the belief that on the 9th of January, because Beyonce,
That's
think
my birthday.
that is, they're claiming that she's going to announce a new world tour. And then on the 14th, something else is going to happen. I don't know what that's going to be.
The 14th is where we know something's actually.
But something's happening on the 9th, too. I should look at my fucking notes. Because I was like, okay, Beyonce.
I didn't see anything about the 9th, but I saw something about the 14th.
Yeah, they're saying that something is going to happen on the 14th and the 9th.
Okay, if Beyonce's announcing a new tour, I will get tickets. I will do Beyonce tickets.
Okay, she's going to announce it on the 9th, they say, and the tickets are going to go on sale on the 14th. That's the 9th part of it.
I know that I have some money.
You do?
For a Beyonce concert. Now, I know this.
Okay.
I didn't really want to see Cowboy Carter live.
I know you didn't. That's why I'm wondering why are you going.
I am hoping that it's not a tour that's dedicated to this whole fucking album. I need a tour that is including other things.
Okay.
Where is Black is King? I want this album incorporated on a tour. I like the concept of Cowboy Carter and Black is King because that's her blackest album and her whitest album on the same tour. Mm-hmm. I like that concept. That's interesting to me. If Beyonce goes on
tour, you
tour,
like the concept of what now?
Of her touring Black is King
and Cowboy Carter.
I
think that would be very innovative. I think
right, because it's just her whitest album.
That's a good concept.
And her blackest album.
Because it is definitely.
We are doing like we are on the two.
And Black is meaning like motherland.
Right. Yeah. Like Black. That album is Black.
I mean,
and
honestly,
and that Cowboy Carter shit.
Renaissance was pretty niggery.
It was.
American niggery.
It was.
You're going to get more
very
niggery
U.S.
than that.
Very U.S. Black for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So like, but that version of Beyonce on tour, I'm gonna go see her somewhere far away. I'm gonna go see her in Tokyo. I'm gonna go see Beyonce in Spain. I'm gonna go see Beyonce in Paris. I'm gonna go see Beyonce in Brazil. That's how I would do it. So if she's doing that, that would be lit. I'm buying a ticket. I'm buying it abroad, and I'm buying 2.
She also becomes the first in history to achieve a #1 song album in the U.S. a #1 song, a #1 album, and a #1 movie in 2 separate decades. The first time she did that was in 2006 with Check On It, B-Day, and Pink Panther. And then she did it this year in 2024 with Texas Hold'em, Cowboy Carter, and Mufasa. So Beyonce said, listen, I am Giselle.
Beyonce's whole family is married to the Lion King.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'm tired of all that shit.
I don't understand.
A friend of mine went to go see it and they saw it twice in 24 hours.
I didn't even know this movie was coming out.
I don't know. I didn't know.
The Jay-Z allegations comes out, and then I saw them at the premiere for the same.
And I had to tell you on this show that you didn't even know that he was there.
They were the same weekend.
Remember, I told you that on the show. You didn't know he even made it to the red carpet.
I didn't
He'd be
know
there.
that.
He was there.
I didn't know
he was at the Super Bowl too. Not Super Bowl, at the B-Bowl.
Obviously, he was there. It was lit. Beyonce ate that shit up.
She did.
Yaya, I knew Yaya would be like Yaya. I need to.
Oh, Yaya was incredible.
There's I need to see like a mega mash of Beyonce's lit records live. I want to see Yaya and Freakum Dress and Beyonce and Check On It and Deja Vu and Baby Boy and fucking Partition and fucking End of Time Countdown. I want all of these things. I want like a mega mix.
And don't forget Dangerously in Love.
No, nigga, that's too slow. This is a list of songs. This is a list of songs that
she haven't done
that are fast.
Have she done them?
These are diva. It's like Beyonce. I want Beyonce with a 6-inch stiletto on and 30 inches of weave, just in the fan.
You know
blowing.
why I said Dangerously in Love? Because that will be a moment that I may. You know, they say that before you die, it's like 7 minutes. Like last couple minutes, you think about all your pleasurable moments that you had, like the top moments. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. It may happen. I don't fucking know how you know that, but that's what people say.
Right.
Well, I actually think that seeing Beyonce as SoFi opening with Dangerously in Love.
I think this is the first outfit I've worn the exact same outfit on the show before.
Okay.
I think it's this outfit I was wearing with that blue hat. And I was like, I'm never wearing an outfit that I don't think about again. It was this outfit. It was definitely this outfit. Here we are. That was like a year ago. It was the second taping.
I remember that.
It was definitely the second taping.
Dangerously in Love, having her perform that live was incredible.
Oh my God.
I thought that was like.
Oh my God.
When she said Inglewood.
Vocals.
I was like, what? And just the reverberation of the crowd as high as my tickets was. I remember thinking, I have to hold on. Because I had never felt energy where I just thought, how does she do this every night? This type of energy, this would make your knees buckle.
Busting through the speakers.
This is like energy that
hair raised, shaking.
This is a lot of energy.
Right.
Where you recognize that it's not easy what she does. That's not easy.
That's a really good way to describe it. It's a lot of energy.
Oh, for sure.
It's a whole lot of energy.
For
You're like, this
sure.
is crazy.
And it's not easy work. You can have 5 people mess up your fucking day. You imagine 80,000.
Beyonce, that vocal piercing out of that damn speaker system, just vocaling.
Uh,
Kiana was not a huge Beyonce fan. And
She told me this too.
She isn't like this massive Beyonce fan.
Right.
She was like, oh no, I do get the hype. Mm-hmm. She said, she said, no, the vocals.
Those are my favorite TikToks.
Them heels are hot.
The last couple of days, they have been showing TikToks of predominantly white people, no pun intended for sure, who are looking at her perform at the Beyonce Bowl, and they're like entranced, or just like you cannot deny the talent that she is.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I saw that. So, because we didn't really talk. Well, we did not talk Christmas.
Make it do what it do, yeah.
And I didn't see you on Christmas. Well,
We clapping.
Oh my God, it was incredible. I had a busy week, as you know, incredibly busy, just like working with my dog business. And I had a friend invite me over to her house for brunch. You know, I like when this, be it you, be it Tanisha, it's a few of you guys. I walk in your house and if you say, come into the kitchen, I become sous chef.
Right.
So it was perfect.
Cutting up the tomatoes on the side.
Yeah, just perfect. And saying outrageous shit.
Like cute shit.
Yeah, and saying outrageous shit. I was like top tier Oko that day. And so tired. But it was maybe 10 black queer folk. And when I tell you,
I wasn't invited because
you were not.
I don't get invites to things. Tanisha don't like me.
That's fair. That's not true.
Tanisha,
She don't even know you. She don't like you. That's not true.
Tanisha, what's good?
But
actually, I think Tanisha invited me to something that I just didn't respond to.
She did. She told me she did one time.
I think that's what happened. I'm not.
You've done these before to somebody else.
Not good messenger.
Yeah.
It was not too.
Yes.
I'm a phone call person.
Yes.
Right.
This is before you guys were neighbors too, though.
Right.
But after talking about she don't invite you to shit, she was like, I invited him, and he didn't even reply. But
I didn't see it, and then I was too late. And then I was like, oh,
Tanisha,
no, it's too late. And then I don't know how to respond in time. So like, Tanisha invited me to something.
Mm-hmm,
I didn't see it until after the event already happened.
Right.
And then I saw it, and I was
that.
like, and then I'm like, oh, do I respond now?
That's
and
funny.
now I'm an asshole. Now I'm an asshole.
But when I tell you, when you see Beyonce, now you and I have watched Beyonce together, but seeing it with those 12, 13 gay people, queer folk,
getting their life,
it was actually like quiet. Because you're like looking at it like,
they're
well, what
watching.
is she going to do?
We are watching
like,
intently.
Somebody
taking
immediately
notes.
noticed Blue before we even knew it. We were like, Blue ain't there. And truly enough, Blue was there with them
Blue
braids.
was definitely there. Blue was the only one who wasn't in it, but Beyonce and Blue were the ones who weren't in blonde wigs.
That is very true. Beyonce, this is my fucking child.
She's like, she ain't in no this damn wig.
I do like that she does have a way where she let us know that this little girl is not no damn backup dancer.
She's not a backup dancer with
She
these damn
is
micro
not.
braids. She got the micro
braids.
in.
The camera kind of lingers on her a
And
little
it reminds
longer.
me of a young Beyonce because Beyonce had the
She
micro
looks like
braids.
her.
It
She
looks
look like her
young-
mom.
Yeah, she looked like her mom.
You think
and she
the
looked
little girl
Jay-Z.
have a lot of pressure on her though? I do wonder, like,
to be Beyonce's kid?
yeah, it feels.
No, probably.
You think
not.
she's having fun?
Yeah, I think she's having fun.
I don't know why she would do it if she
You don't
wasn't.
have to be. You don't have to be on stage doing.
Yeah,
all that
I don't
shit.
feel like Beyonce doesn't give me like mom where she
Beyonce
wants
would
her
be
child
so
to be a
cool
star.
if her kid didn't want to do that and didn't want to be in the house.
I
and didn't
agree
want to
with
do it at all.
that.
She'd be so fine with that.
I think that's true. You
She
can
would
tell
be
that
so
this
fine
little
with
girl
that.
really
She probably would
enjoy
prefer
it.
that.
That might be true too.
She probably would prefer that. And
That
the
might
little
be
girl,
true,
and the little
too.
girl wants to be in the light. In the light.
That might be
And
true
she
too.
gotta be like, all right.
Shout out to Compton Cowboys because the Cowboys, a few of the Cowboys and the men in bandanas were LA's local based Compton Cowboys.
And they were at the Super Bowl.
They were
thing.
there, yeah.
Right.
So it's been nice. Like, I mean, she lives here.
Beyonce
She in
does
these
live
art
LA.
streets. She
Beyonce
knows
does live
shit
in
now.
LA.
She knows art. She knows black art in particular. So I do like that Yvette, her publicist and all in Parkwood, they call people. They be getting around. They know who to call.
Wildfire burnt his house down. Insurance ain't gonna take no Fannie Mae.
Speaking of Tina Turner,
Shit.
she was so Tina in that Yaya.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like, you can tell she's channeling her best Tina Turner.
Right.
And adding Beyonce to it.
Right.
I mean, because she's not. She don't have to act like Tina Turner.
Looking hot, body yachted. It was lit. I enjoyed it. Giving a vocal, Beyonce sings. I'm excited to see what Kendrick does.
Kendrick, what is he doing?
The
Oh,
halftime
speaking
show.
of that, one more thing about Beyonce Bowl. 27 million people, it peaked at 27 million people watched it. So they're actually saying that, and this is when you were saying how she changes things and she does imprint. She opened doors that weren't even there. Like they believe that after this year, that Netflix Netflix Christmas Day halftime is now a thing.
Right.
Who does it next year?
You know, Michael Jackson did the first halftime Super Bowl show.
That is true. In '93,
I don't know what year.
'92, one of them
I don't
years.
know what year it was.
Yes,
but
I remember
know
that.
Michael
I don't
Jackson
remember
did
it,
the
but I
first
heard
one.
about it. Yeah.
And before that, it was like a children's choir doing the halftime show.
So you could tell that in 27 million people, that was like, I think that they say that the Christmas Day NBA games are like 5 million. So the numbers say that it's smart that this is what
I'm excited to see what
Netflix
the charts do
doing.
next week for Cowboy Carter. And I also wonder, and we'll talk about that obviously, because I think it's going to push Cowboy Carter back up into the charts because I want to hear Yaya. I want to hear Yaya. You know who I thought was going to be there? Miley Cyrus. I thought she was going to do it. But I feel like Miley Cyrus.
Someone said she's saving it for the Grammys.
I feel like that is super fair.
Mm-hmm.
And
I heard that she's saving it for the Grammys. I didn't hear it, but I read that.
I also could see Miley Cyrus because Miley Cyrus is a big name in her own damn right. Proper.
Who, Miley?
Miley.
Oh, yeah.
She's a lot bigger than like a Post Malone. Miley Cyrus is
For
Miley
sure.
Cyrus.
I mean, you couldn't tell that based upon that crowd. When I tell you I was gagged at how that crowd yelled over that cracker man, I didn't know they knew who he was.
Post Malone?
They screamed.
He's huge. Post Malone's a huge artist.
Literally was like, why are they screaming over
Post
this
Malone
man?
has like a lot of diamond singles. Like a lot. I think he might have the most. It's either him or Bruno Mars. But Post Malone has a lot of diamond
Is he
singles.
your age?
Yeah.
Is he a rapper?
His first album was rap. His most recent album was country.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what he
switches
is.
it up.
I don't know this person.
He switches it up.
outside of hearing
Taylor
his name.
has switched it up. Beyonce has switched it up over the years. They've had careers for a little bit. Post Malone's career is
I
a
got to
little
push
shorter.
back. What is Taylor Swift switch? Explain to me.
She came out country.
She ain't doing country now.
Nah, that Taylor
What
Shake
is
It
that?
Off pop shit.
Oh, that's pop.
And then she does like folk. Pop,
Taylor sounds
folk.
the same to me.
I mean, it's white.
She
She
sounds the
makes
same.
white people music.
Right. I can understand
That
the Post
hasn't
Malone.
changed.
That's
Miley Cyrus's sound changes a lot too.
no Miley actually.
She's
to
done
me,
country.
I'm more
She's done
interested
pop.
in her.
She's
And you
done
know,
rock. She's done
Miley
hip-hop,
with the
R&B.
P.
Miley's done a few things.
Miley Black era was not good for us black intellectuals.
I didn't mind
the
Miley's
Pixie
Black
Cut,
era. As a listener, I didn't mind 23 Miley.
2013.
The song was called 23.
Okay, I just knew it was at like 2013, 2014.
Right.
The Pixie Cut.
Pixie Cut Miley.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm. You bitches think y'all killed me. You saw that video?
It was Miley Cyrus saying
Yes.
I like
It
Miley
is
Cyrus.
insane. She walks out and she's like, you bitches thought y'all killed me. They tried to kill this bitch.
I kind of like.
I said, Mallory, you don't fucking
I'm
sit
not gonna
down.
lie. I kind of like Miley Cyrus. I do.
I actually would enjoy. I don't dislike Miley. I like Miley way better than I do
seems cool.
Taylor. Oh, I don't
would
want no
love to
parts
hang
of Taylor
out
Swift.
with Miley. Miley seems like a fun one to hang out with. I would like.
I could see you being friends with Miley.
I could see me being friends with Taylor Swift too. Realistically,
I could not.
because I like Capricorn. I like Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius.
That's true. Here's my thing. You could be friends with her, but I don't know.
Savage.
I don't feel like you're the type of gay black that what's her name?
Taylor?
That Taylor like.
I don't know, but I like Taylor Swift. Taylor might like me. I can see Taylor liking people who are themselves. And
that
I'm
makes
very
sense.
myself.
She likes Toddy.
Right.
Speaking of, I ain't shaded Toddy in months.
Toddy ain't done shit in months.
That's true.
Right. Toddy ain't been in the news.
Wherever you at, we enjoy.
cool. I
No
like
peace.
Toddy too.
I could do without him.
He's got songs that I think are fire. I think that Todrick Hall is quite much a blueprint for like the Lil Nas X character.
That's fair.
And Prototype.
That is fair.
And
Well, he
Todrick
was
Hall is
first.
just a little too old, little too heavy, like a little too whatever. The dials are turned up a little too high, and he is
A
not the
grifter.
one. He's not the one who got that role. Lil Nas X was, and Lil Nas X is notoriously very nice.
Very nice.
And,
Very
like,
nice.
But people who come from nothing and have a lot should be very nice.
Which is why I don't know why that big booty Toddy isn't.
Right. But Lil Nas
Also
X,
pay your bills,
very,
they
very
say.
nice, very kind man. But I think that I really do believe that Lil Nas X owes Todrick Hall a feature. I've said this before. I believe that still.
I also feel like with Lil Nas X, I also feel like Lil Nas X is so appreciative of being like famous. I don't know how much Todrick is appreciative of being
Todrick
famous.
Hall was on American Idol.
Right, but
That's like a different era of being
Right.
like famous. Like he's not like an Instagram era of like fame. Todrick Hall was like, I want to be on TV. I want to be I don't want to be like an internet person. Todrick
Right.
Hall wants to be a superstar. And I watched that season of American Idol. I happened to be watching it. Mm-hmm. So I remember when that was like 2010, 11.
real quick, you like comedy. So let's say
Love
you was
comedy.
let's say you was to throw a comedy party,
Comedy special.
a comedy house party. This is just I'm going to tell you some names, and you have to tell me 3 people you're going to have on the lineup.
So it's a comedy special.
That is what that would be
called.
called.
It's called a comedy
Oh
special.
my God!
And
I am a mess right now.
At least
people.
you know it's because you're kind of drunk.
Yes, Jesus. Okay.
Bring the mic closer.
Yeah, I can get this again. What is this shit called?
This is pretty good. Yeah, I would do this.
Yeah, but I'm drunk. I don't like when I don't have control.
Right.
It really bothers me.
I should take control.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please. So you're throwing a comedy party and give me your comedy special. Give me your top 3. There's a few names here now. Richard Pryor.
No.
Bernie Mac.
No.
Really?
Yep.
Martin Lawrence.
No.
Chris Rock.
Yes.
Chris Tucker.
No.
Dave Chappelle.
I guess, yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Maybe.
Cat Williams.
No.
Cedric.
That's probably the third one.
Mike Epps.
I like him, but not his stand-up.
Or Kevin Hart.
It's Cedric the Entertainer. So it's
Really?
Cedric, Dave Chappelle, and Chris Rock.
Say it again.
Cedric.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. Chris
Okay.
Rock.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting.
And I would rather probably have Tony Rock. But I like
More
Chris
than
Rock.
Chris?
I think that Tony Rock's comedy has aged better. The last couple times I've seen Chris Rock, I thought he felt dated, and like he was like
corny.
Just like he seemed like kind of like an angry old man.
Yeah, corny. Like,
racist old man. Like it didn't age well. Versus like, that's why I kind of would lean. I kind of want to say Eddie Murphy because I don't think Eddie Murphy would come off like that.
No. Eddie's different.
I don't think he would come off like that. I would rather have Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, she went on the list.
I would snap one of them bitches for Wanda Sykes.
I actually was surprised that on this list, Chris Rock, what's the man named Steve Harvey wasn't on there. You like Steve, don't you? You
I
find him
like
funny?
Steve Harvey, but I don't know if I would watch his stand-up.
You don't find him funny?
Not his stand-up. Wanda Sykes.
So, okay, so you Wanda, Tony Rock.
And Dave Chappelle.
So no Cedric.
Yeah, in that lineup, Wanda smacked Cedric. Wanda also could have probably sniped Tony Rock, too.
I think I would do Richard Pryor because I've looked at a lot of Richard Pryor videos. I think he's very funny.
Oh my God, I want Gina Yashir, Wanda Sykes, and Dave Chappelle.
Nice. I would do Richard Pryor. I would do Eddie. I think Eddie's very funny. And you know what? Honestly, I would do Cat. I actually have had some belly aching laughs from Cat Williams.
I think that he's funny.
I think he's very funny.
I think
but
he's
I also
a funny
think
actor.
He's a hit or miss though.
I
He
don't
may
think
not
his
be
stand-up-
fucking funny.
He does too much when he's doing stand-up. Like he plays with the chair too much. It's too sweaty and like running around. It's too much for me. He reminds me. It's not like he's not like because I watch a lot of stand-up comedy.
Way more than me.
I'm a
I'm a harsh judge
I
of
watch
comedy.
everybody's stand-up comedy, and like Cat Williams is
The quickest
like
way to get me annoyed is with a comedian.
he's okay. Like I would prefer Cat Williams kind of annoys me.
I'm glad you didn't say Dave Chappelle, did you?
I did
Oh shit.
because Dave Chappelle.
Nice.
Dave Chappelle's
Stand
expensive.
him.
Of all those people,
He's what?
expensive.
Yeah.
If I get to choose like comedians that I get to have, like I get to have Dave Chappelle perform, I'm picking Dave Chappelle. He's iconic. Dave Chappelle's an iconic comedian.
You know what? Martin
I
Lawrence
said this
is,
on someone else's show earlier today, but I want to say this: iconic moments of 2024.
Yeah.
What's your most iconic moment of 2024?
Iconic? You know that I was a spectator of that show. You're talking about which let me say something about that. I'm not talking about that show. God bless him. But you know what? And this may make sense to you and it may not. But seeing you outside of me, what we do, because I don't see you outside of what we do.
Yeah,
It's very interesting to be there and not
watching me
see
on the
you.
show.
Yeah.
Right.
Seeing you move the conversation forward
Right.
is something that I feel like at times I'm doing and you don't do, if that makes sense, on our show.
I think I move conversation forward more than you do.
In a different way, though.
'Cause
And I
you
think
choose the topics.
that's what I mean. And
So
you
I will
are
literally
moving
move
the
the conversation
conversation.
forward. I will move it forward.
But like seeing you, that's not the right word. You're moving the conversation forward even with us. Seeing you actually move the topic
I
forward.
mean, like next.
I'm not used to that.
And
Usually,
I had to do that with that episode that we just did.
God knows you did.
I had to keep pushing it because it was moving quickly too. And I was like, okay, but then would hold on.
And then it was just lull.
Right. It was
And I'm
the
not
lull.
shading
It
on
was
people,
the
but
lulls.
It was just like, wait, what is going on?
right.
And it showed me that one thing, and I understood when people would say to us how we do know how to move on. Like you never with the show, with the podcast, you don't ever forget that as much as you want to make this your conversation, it is a thing.
Right. We have things. And I was like,
You
were here. I was like, okay, we didn't get like,
yes, it's not fucking. And you had to teach me that in the beginning.
I did.
Because I more thought of it as a conversation, but it got to have a little pace to it.
Mm-hmm.
Move this shit on.
Most iconic moments of 2024.
You know, that's how I just had to get that out.
Right.
Most iconic moments of 2024. I am going to say, and I don't want to keep. No, you tell me yours. Please go first. Please go. Because I was going to say Drake and that man again. I can't say it again.
The most iconic moment of 2024 was Donald Trump getting reelected.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
That was
Explain.
Donald Trump being a hated president, talking shit about Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe is, in fact, sleepy as a motherfucker. Had to drop out the race.
True.
Then goes up against Kamehameha, gets shot like twice.
Before Kamehameha, though.
Like, whatever. It, like,
right, but that wasn't before, right?
No. It's like Kamala, then he gets shot. I think Joe's out first. I think that's a lot happened this year.
No. Yeah.
But
he got shot. Joey dropped out. Then Kamala came in. Yes.
it was in that order?
It was that order.
I don't remember that, but
Yes.
whatever. Donald Trump going from like one of the worst presidents we had to like, which he definitely was, but like going from like an awful president to like through the named trenches to like going up against Kamehameha and then scraping out the winning of the presidency. Iconic. Main character energy. Realistically. And you would think, because Kamala Harris is also giving main character energy.
Definitely.
But realistically, that was Donald Trump's movie. That wasn't Kamala's movie. That was Donald Trump's motherfucking movie. That's the movie we watch it. That's the movie that's getting made. Kamala is going to be like a documentary. But the movie? No. We was watching that was Donald Trump. And that was iconic. 2024, that was he was the Time Person of the Year for a reason. You know, he did that.
Hearing you guys, hearing that other show say that
did that.
Hearing that other show say that you were a guest on, also hearing you say that, it just makes me, I don't disagree. I don't see it quite like that, but I get it.
Iconic.
Get it.
Even that whole like American dream, like you can't hold me down. I'm gonna be a crime boss. Whatever. It's Tony Soprano. It is what it is.
Let me tell you what I thought. If we go in from a political standpoint, I don't know. You know what? What I thought was interesting was we actually was so down. We had a president who was feeble and asleep, asunder.
Which is also literally the phrasing that we use to describe that comes from Donald Trump's mouth. Sleepy
That is
Joe.
very true.
And it's so true. Like you didn't even want it to be. Niggas didn't want it to be true, and it is true.
That's true. We had a president who was all of those things, and for me, seeing this woman be given what she was given,
Kamala,
yes, and also doing what she did in those days, because honestly, I don't give Trump. I do think that what he did is interesting and even iconic in the sense that
it's fucking iconic. Evil.
But I also don't. But
iconic.
Who was the option? They made it to where he was the only person.
He made it where he was the only person.
Right.
How do you get control over this many people? It's iconic. The only people who has control over this many people, Oko, is like Oprah, Beyonce, Barack. It's a few people, Taylor Swift, who can literally get like what is masses of fucking people just in line, in lockstep with what they think, what they feel, how they are moving. This is a skill. Very few. Michelle Obama. Very few people are like, yo, I rock with this bitch. I rock with this bitch. Michelle Obama got me. Beyonce got me. These bitches do something, I'm probably with the shits. Probably. Mm-hmm. They trip and fall down a flight of stairs. I'll be like, who the fuck don't come for my bitch? You couldn't walk down a fucking... Nigga, please. You in your shitty ass Walmart, Pumas, knockoff, whatever the fuck. You can't walk down the motherfucking steps. Yeah, she fell down them steps. But the world stopped when she fell down them steps. Your steps is worth $14. Them steps is worth millions, billions, bitch. That's how I would feel if Beyonce fell down some steps. And that's what Donald Trump is able to do for swaths of white people. Mm-hmm. They ride or die for that man.
Jesus.
It's impressive. It's iconic.
Fair. All right. One thing I want to ask you, like, first before I lead up to this, what are your thoughts on, like, let's say, okay, so you have a child, you're 22, whatever. Let's say you have a child at 35 years old, and the next 5 years or so, you are incredibly rich. You get rich. You have a child. What are your feelings on parenting? Like, do you give your child a privileged life? Do you give your child a life where you teach them or her, him, her, they, whatever, that they have to work hard? Like, what are your, like, parenting? How do you think you will parent your child as a rich, keyword,
rich parent,
as a rich and very privileged parent?
I imagine that me as a rich and privileged parent has a child who is relatively even keeled because I didn't grow up with shit. So I can't imagine that all of a sudden my child is living a life and not learning lessons that I feel like my child should be learning. My child is going to my father's house.
Okay.
In Dominica.
Okay.
That's where my child's going. To go live where the water comes on most of the time. to go live where, the Wi-Fi works usually.
Right.
Like, that's, if I had a kid right now and I had a whole lot of money, oh no, you can go with my daddy. Go have fun over there.
Right.
Go have fun over there. Go have fun with my grandparents. Go have fun with these people. Go hang out with Sherry. You ain't about to be over here fucking up my LA money. No. Go over there. Go with these people who are going to teach you real shit. Who not going to treat you special because you have some money. Fuck you, kid. Go to my father. That's where I'd send him. To my father. But having a privileged life, how will you show that? How will your child benefit from you, from you creating a privileged life for them? In what ways would they benefit? I'm not gonna live. If I have a privileged life, if I come from the dirt, so
right.
If I fucking don't live in dirt no more, I'm not gonna be living in not dirt. Okay, so if I can afford to live in not dirt, because I done pulled my ass about the dirt, that kid ain't living in dirt either, because I'm not living in dirt. I'm not me with a whole bunch of money living like I'm broke as fuck. Not my lifestyle. Okay. Not doing that. I don't have to portend, whatever. It wasn't all the money that I have, I earned. Okay. All the money wasn't sent to me. It wasn't a Venmo. Nobody died and I got a check. That ain't what the fuck happened.
Right.
So, like, for me, if I live lavishly, it's because I can afford to and have decided that that's the life I'm going to live. My child will live that life as well because I do. But I would just take my kid to my fucking father. I would take my kid to him. I'd take my kid to my family. Go deal with them. Because they're going to deal with you differently than this LA lifestyle that we have over here. Where with the weed and the money and the income and and the movies and the no.
I think
go over there where the water comes on usually. Sometimes.
If I was
7 out of 10 days.
If I was to have a child and also have a life where the child was privileged, or I had made a space for the child to not have to worry about, or not the child having to worry about, where they don't have any idea of what poverty is or what struggle is. I think that if it was me, I would just do, you know what? I can see having
some spoiled ass kids.
Huh?
I can see having some spoiled ass kids.
You can see me? That may be fair. Because I would actually...
Because you don't come from much.
True. And I also would just want to make their life better.
Right.
That's just would be my biggest thing, is how do I make my kid life better? But I want to talk about this a little more. But I wanted to... Tyler Perry was on Sherry Shepherd.
I was going to say Sherry. I was like, my mother Sherry?
No, not your mama. I like your mama. You know that. I think she's great. Tyler Perry was on Sherry Shepherd, and they had this conversation about his child, who knows how old his kid is. I don't know. Well, this is what he said, and it got a lot of people on social media talking. Play this, and then I want to because I thought people had some things to say.
And here's what I say, like when I topically think of, just before I play this.
Yeah.
I think that like my background is very middle class.
Okay.
It's not lower middle class. It's like middle class.
Right.
So like I have always had a dishwasher and a washer and dryer. I have never in my life been a laundromat person. Never.
You've never been in a laundromat?
Never. I've been in one.
Okay.
But like as an adult.
Right,
like
right.
even the amount of times I've even done my laundry in a laundromat, I can count on my hands
Okay.
how many times I've been to a laundromat. Like which I might consider like some denotion of of what type of lifestyle you lived.
All right.
I think that in this locked. I think that as a result of that, I want to believe that if I turned into a lot of money, I grew up relatively comfortable, and it wasn't with that much money.
Right.
So like I imagine that my children would be like very like living regularly.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like they'd be living like a middle class lifestyle, likely, depending on how much money I had. But I need a whole lot of money in order for them to not notice that it was middle class. It would be very middle class until a specific income. It would be very middle class until like a notable income. Because I feel like where I live now is nicer than where I grew up as a kid.
Okay.
But like the amenities, similar. I had a yard. I had a washer and dryer. I had a dishwasher.
Right.
I grew up with those things. And I did not grow up with money, but I grew up with those things. Again, and as an adult, knowing that a dishwasher is like a $350 purchase.
True.
Knowing that, you know what I mean? Like not that expensive. Like actually, you know what I mean? Like a dishwasher, a washer, a dryer. These aren't like put you in the poorhouse appliances.
Right.
But like they're appliances. You could not have it, but $1,000 can buy all three.
Right.
A washer, dish dryer, and a washer dryer and a dishwasher. You could buy all of those for $1,200.
Yeah, I came. Oh, you know what? Let's.
Because I could be wrong, but when I think of your childhood, I don't feel like you had those things. I could be wrong.
No, I had, but you're not wrong, but you're also a little off.
Right.
Because I did have those things. My mother
is
a teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I never lived in the projects. I ain't never known. I always had dishwashers and all of that.
Right.
But I had a single mother.
Right.
All my life.
Which is different.
And a father who did his part too.
Right.
But never lived in the house together.
Right.
So I was raised by a single mother.
Right.
But I also had a mother who, and this I think where we are different in some ways, I had a mother who let me know when bills were tough or when she was wondering how she would pay rent.
Sure, wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So I mean, I had, even though it wasn't poverty's door, I
could tell when she was stressed.
Right.
I could tell when something was going on.
Right.
But like,
are you at the point where are you old enough? Old enough meaning
probably.
obviously.
I'm probably old enough.
Reword it. Have you gotten to the point in your life where you are able to have like a little empathy for your parents, like where you can?
I've had empathy for my parents for probably like a decade.
Good, very.
And
good.
I mean not a decade, like since a while though, a while, where I could say, oh, like to be like 23 with a kid is a lot. like that.
Very good.
That's a lot. That would. I would probably make some mistakes if I had a kid when I was 23, 24 years old as well.
All right, so Tyler Perry was on Sherry Shepherd's, and this is what he had to say.
But you can do it.
You do this.
list is coming out?
He don't get no Christmas list.
What you talking about?
He gets two things. He
What?
gets books and Legos.
That's it?
He don't have a job. What else is he gonna get? He wants more.
Sherry Shepherd, Ozempic shots is Ozempic. These talk show hosts are funny as a motherfucker. I'm gonna give Jennifer Hudson her credit. Jennifer Hudson lost her weight.
Oh yeah, no, way before
Ozempic. Okay, Jennifer.
And no one's thinking of Ozempic when they
nobody
look
was
at Jennifer.
it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, but we're not even thinking. I don't look at her and think she's on Ozempic.
No, because she's been skinny for
she's been
10
small
years.
like that. Yeah.
But like these Sherry
and Kelly Clarkson, definitely.
Christina Aguilera. Oh my gosh.
He was complaining once. This is about 5 years ago. He was complaining about flying commercial because the lines were so long. And Galila and I were talking. She called me up. She's like, we're not flying on your plane anymore. Like, okay, fine. So they have been going coach for years.
You letting your son go coach?
Absolutely, so that he understands. I worked. He did not.
Really?
So when he works, he can learn that lesson. Yeah. He's not gonna be one of those ridiculous spoiled rich kids. I can't stand that. No, he ain't got.
And Tyler Perry's a motherfucking billionaire.
He's a billionaire.
Tyler Perry got money in the bank.
So to make it a little more specific about
I kind of feel like
if
I was a billionaire, I would probably have a similar setup. Tyler Perry, it would probably be similar. Like probably. I'm a billionaire. You can fly coach. That's fine. Oh my God. Oh no, I get to go wherever I want to on my card and all the transactions go through and I have to fly coach like a poor bitch. Nigga, you can sit your ass on this motherfucking plane. You be grateful that is the setup that you have. That you get to go wherever you want to on daddy's dime, but you get to go coach. You better fucking smile, my nigga.
Someone tweeted about that video.
That's crazy.
Someone quote tweeted, "Ooh, not Tyler being a big old mean punk."
That's mean? Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, no, you gonna get your ass on this. You gonna sit your ass down. Nigga, I grew up on buses, on public buses. I don't bus no more. My electric car, my Tesla with my Frenchie, this is now. This is years later.
Why would you not want your child to have that?
Running after buses in the cold back in school. I had no bread. Literally chasing down buses for blocks to catch the bus to school. Like, and this is not an exaggeration. This isn't my father telling me I walked 5 miles with no shoes. That's what the fuck story my father tells me, though. I fucking was running through 6 feet of snow through a city bus trying to get the change together to make it do what it had to do.
But why would you not want your child to have that, though?
My child now gets to fly around the world whenever, however, in coach. Yes, in fucking coach.
So silly.
Yes, in coach.
You know what?
I'm not gassing up no fucking page for the kid. I am not doing it. No.
Why
can get your ass. Why would I?
Because Finish.
Why would I do that?
Wow, you know why I would do that? Because I don't believe in that idea that because I suffer, you should suffer too. That's silly.
But the idea that flying around the world to wherever you're flying around wherever you want to, whenever you want to.
Okay.
And the idea that flying in coach is suffering.
Well, what's the why would you be comparing it though?
You just use the word suffering.
He's using it as suffering because if not, he'll have his son on a
Tyler
fucking
Perry
jet.
You can get on this fucking coach flight.
Because I actually, you know what? Let me say this.
This isn't suffering, nigga.
No, I actually feel that I have no issue with how people. You could be in coach. I don't have no problem with that, but he's using it as his idea of. You are doing something that you don't deserve. I am not going to make money.
You do not need to be flying first class around the world. You don't need that.
If I get a private jet,
you don't need that.
If I get a
Tyler has a private jet.
Yes, when I'm saying
if he's sending his kid commercial.
But I'm making this like in particular to me. Because I don't have a private jet, barely a Greyhound pass. But if I get a fucking private jet,
right, that's $40,000 to gas up. It's 40 G's to gas up the private jet.
My kid.
No, hear me.
Yeah.
It's $40,000 to gas up the private jet. Your kid can fly on this JetBlue flight for $350.
I'm not having my kid on a JetBlue flight.
Why?
Because I've worked too hard for that.
Have you?
Well,
haven't
yes,
worked-
I get the
you haven't-
money.
You haven't worked hard to be like, oh, my kid can fly wherever the fuck he
No,
wants to,
I
wherever they
don't
want
believe
to?
in that philosophy. I actually believe that if I make it, I want my people's lives to be better. I do not want
And
you
don't
in
think
a
that
jet
being
on no
able to-
fucking
And
charter.
you don't think that flying around.
I don't want you on a charter.
You don't
If I
think
got
flying
if I
commercial-
got Tyler Perry's money,
Right.
because let's be honest,
think-
why would I be more cruel to my damn seed than I
That's
would my
not
gay
cruelty.
friend?
That's not cruelty.
It is cruel. To me, it is. To
Having
me,
your
it is.
kid fly coach.
I actually think it is. If you are fucking in a
Twan.
jet,
Oh, okay. I have this much money I have today, right?
okay,
I'm going on a trip. I offer to fly you out to join me on this trip.
yeah,
You have to fly coach.
okay.
Is that beneath you?
That's not beneath me, but you have to flip it around.
I'm literally giving you an exact. You get.
But you're giving me a gift there, though.
It is a benefit. I
What's
can
the benefit?
afford to fly you coach.
Okay.
I can't afford to fly you first class. I can afford to fly you coach. You can come on this trip. I would love for you to come. I have $300 to put you on the flight to Mexico. I got
But
I got
you
$300.
not
I
being
would
able to
rather
fly
spend
me first class, and also you. Here's how that should be. You have a private fucking jet. Let's be honest.
Okay.
You have a private jet,
that
and
I don't
then
have
you
to gas
tell
up,
me
right?
that I got to fly coach. Who in the private jet with you? Why can't I come with you in your jet, nigga?
I drive a Tesla,
Okay.
right? I could come pick you up in my very nice car, and we could go, and you could be chauffeured around, right?
Okay.
But I don't. I call you an Uber, and I call you an Uber Next, and now I called you an Uber, and you have to get in this Honda Civic, and you don't get to ride in the Tesla to the destination. Mm-hmm. But you got to get in this car and not pay for it and get to where you need to go to your destination. Mm-hmm. Is it really the level of, is it the accommodation? Tyler Perry is saying, yo, I grew up with nothing. The ability to be able to do something like that, to fly wherever, do whatever, and I have to fly coach? Oh my God, how tragic. My kids fly in fucking coach. The only reason why my kid would not be flying coach, the only reason, and this is real, is if I thought it was a safety hazard. If me being whoever I was,
Right.
and the kid being on a coach flight, like Blue Ivy cannot fly coach.
No, she can't fly coach.
She can't fly coach.
No. Tyler
You know what I
Perry
mean?
can't even know what his son is.
There's too much worry
Right.
about.
And Tyler's
if-
pretty famous.
And Tyler's relative famous, but I don't know who his kid is.
No, that's the good. Kudos to him. We don't
Right.
know
I have
who
no
that
idea who
person
Tyler
is. No.
Perry's kid. Tyler's kid can fly coach.
And when he mentioned the person's name, because he mentioned the name, and that was his mother. That was the child's mother.
Tyler Perry's child.
'Cause that's what he said. He said
Tyler
the child's
Perry's
mother said that
can fly coach.
supposedly.
Tyler Perry's kid is not Blue Ivy. They might have the same net worth.
Yeah.
They literally, Tyler Perry's child and Blue Ivy might have the same net worth.
Oh, I'm sure.
But Tyler Perry's kid can fly coach
Right.
from a safety perspective. So like for me, if I'm gonna have my kids aren't gonna be spoiled. That's the reason I actually mentioned the reason why I said it, because I found that
The reason you said
why I mentioned like the dishwasher and the washer and dryer.
Okay.
As a comparative note.
Right.
Because for some reason I believed, like you saying that my kid would be flying first because I worked so hard to do that.
Right.
I almost knew that was kind of how you would think.
Yeah.
And that's not how I would think.
Right. But
Which
that's
I
not
think-
knowing us though. That doesn't surprise me.
No. But like, I think.
But it's not because my life has necessarily been more harder than yours. That's not true either.
That's what I imagine that it's because. I imagine that I
No.
am, and I could totally be wrong.
Yeah.
But I find that like people who come from, and the difference is the funny thing is that the difference between like making like okay money or bad money
Right.
is a very thin number.
Right.
It's very, very thin in the grand scheme of the number. $30,000 a year versus $60,000 a year versus $90,000 a year are three totally different lifestyles. Three totally different lifestyles, humongously different lifestyles that in the grand scheme aren't that big of a difference.
Right.
So like, I imagine when I think of the people who I know who I also believe have that same mentality. Because you thinking that I gotta fly everyone private and XYZ when you get a little bit of money is how niggas end up broke. That's quite literally how all of these groups and
I'm not saying to go out my way.
Wait. But I'm saying that that's quite literally how like MC Hammers and TLC, not bad deals, but from spending money poorly.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that you. No, I'm not saying that you spend money
me
poorly.
saying that I can afford to fly you first class.
Right.
I can afford it.
Okay.
Does not mean that I should do that.
No, it's not. But that's not the premise. Though wasn't that though. The premise is Tyler Perry is flying in his private jet.
Because Tyler Perry bought that jet, and that's
Understandably, it's a kid.
Right.
Okay, it's your child.
So Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry.
Yeah, which is to me like it doesn't even.
But they're not the same person.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not even to me. It's a very like shaky even comparison. This is a fucking minor who you had,
right?
Who you were saying can't afford shit. Oh no, shit. He can't afford it. You fucking made him.
And as a 12-year-old, a 12-year-old does not need to be flying around the world first class. No 12-year-old needs that. Literally none of them.
Yeah, but I don't know why do I make a life for me that's better to then have to prove a point to my kid that you ain't earned this, so I'm going to do this and you're going to
because you
do
don't
what
want
makes
to raise
you
a monster. Because
I think it's other ways, honey.
No, but that's what happens.
I think it's other ways, though.
Oh, no, but that's what happens.
Because the truth is that poverty...
I have run into, today, in present life, people with money. And problems.
Yeah, but let's flip it around.
Because throwing money at problems don't fix them.
But poverty don't either.
Oh, of course not.
So let's flip it around.
But flying around commercial wherever you want to is not poverty. That is not poverty. That is not struggle.
But that's why it doesn't make sense to me.
That is not struggle. That is not poverty.
It doesn't make
sense. That is not any of those words.
That's why it doesn't make sense. So because to me, if it made sense, Corey, it would be you have to do other things.
I fly on first class, so my kid has to fly on first class.
Tyler Perry is going to have to do other things to make his child an upstanding person.
That's what your math
is. Making your child
yes or no?
Do what?
Your math is I fly around first class, my kid flies around first class.
No. That's not my math.
I think that's completely
No. My math is this. That it should not be a less than or a negative. I actually feel that Tyler Perry lives such a fucking big life that he should have to figure out different ways to actually instill in his privileged, rich-ass child how to be the better person.
Right.
I don't fucking think it even matter about a flight.
And flying them first class everywhere they go.
I don't think it matter what it is.
Definitely is 150% a way to make you think that you are better than other people. And
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Without question.
Because poverty is the opposite of that. People fly in charter
all
all the time and they
someone
suffer.
First class? What is the benefit of that? Where is the benefit?
But what's the benefit of being in a chartered bus, though?
What's the benefit?
There is no benefit in either. That's the point.
There is a benefit to flying someone in coach.
What is the benefit?
All the money you save.
But if you're rich, what money are you saving?
Versus me flying. No.
If Tyler Perry is rich, what the fucking money is he saving by flying his child in coach?
That's
when you are near a billionaire. But why did that even matter? His child flying in coach is not going to change anything.
But it will.
Okay,
quite literally.
Let's go on, child.
That's why he doesn't fly his. That's why he don't fly his. That's why Tyler Perry, with his billions of dollars, does not fly his child fucking first class around the country.
I disagree. That's the beauty of this show.
That's not why. You can disagree, but Tyler Perry does not fly his kid in first class, and he doesn't do it. It ain't off speculation. It's off of his reality. We're bullshitting.
But wait. What's off his reality?
You and I are bullshitting in a studio in Hollywood talking about being billionaires and flying first class on private jets. We're just postulating.
Okay.
Tyler Perry, who lives this actual lifestyle, says, I'm not putting my kid on a first class flight everywhere he goes because that will be detrimental to his upbringing, which makes sense. But Tyler Perry, who is living that life, is actively doing that because so. We're talking about it. We are postulating. We are not.
But that's what we do every week.
Right. We're not
this
talking
is the
about
show.
but we talk about stuff that is real. When we talk about buying cars, we talk about living lives, we talk about being business owners, we talk about being in a
but we postulate every week.
We're not postulating every week. We're not. I bought a car. I bought my Tesla. I moved. You are a business owner. This is not postulating. This is what is the case. Right now, we are postulating about being billionaires and flying around private. Tyler Perry is a billionaire who is a black, probably queer, billionaire who has decided that that mentality is not what he needs for his black son. And Tyler Perry, the queer black billionaire that I would assume that we both probably relate to a little bit, is probably not pulling this out of his ass.
I didn't say that. You never
No,
heard me say
I
that.
didn't
I
say
just
that you
disagree
were,
with it.
But I don't think I'm saying.
I just disagree
I'm
with
saying
it.
that your mentality coming from it.
And it's fine.
Whatever.
I think, no, let's be fair. It's fine because I'm not the only one. That's the beauty of this show. I disagree with it. I actually just really believe, I don't know this life. So you're right. I am postulating. I do not know this. I am not a billionaire. What I am saying is that I actually think that if Tyler Perry was telling us other ways that he was showing his child instillment
There's probably other ways that he's doing that as well.
Possibly. I didn't say it wasn't. If he was saying other ways, I would get on board with this.
You saw Beyonce when she told her kid to go
that's
get that
different.
damn.
We're talking about Tyler right now. Let me just finish. If he was saying other ways besides the example that he gave with Sherry Shepherd, I would be more on board. To me, that don't make sense.
Beyonce,
Just personally.
Blue walked up to Beyonce while she was taping something.
Yeah.
She told her to go get that spaghetti out the damn fridge, the leftovers from yesterday. That's what Beyonce.
I also don't believe we'll ever hear Beyonce in an interview say that Blue ride charter.
But no, I agree with that. But
I don't think that's gonna ever happen.
I think it's a safety thing. But like,
I don't think if she wasn't Beyonce, I just don't think that she would do that because I would believe
that's a
that
safety thing,
Beyonce kind of feels like maybe I make a life for my children to have a good life.
I think if Beyonce could have her kids fly forever, she would. I don't think that she can. But I don't think that's safe.
Say that again. Say that again.
I don't think that I don't think that Blue and her kids flying public flights is safe. It's not worth the
That's
hazard.
fair. That's fair. I don't
think
disagree with that.
They have a much more public
Yeah, I don't
spotlight
disagree with that.
than a lot of other people. So I don't think that that's the same thing. But Beyonce Blue Ivy was asked for some food. Beyonce told her to go get the spaghetti out the motherfucking fridge from yesterday and to go heat that shit up and go have
This
the
is
fridge.
real or you heard this?
This is real.
Okay.
This is a thing. The kid walked up and she responded to the kid like, "Oh, go heat something up from the thing yesterday." Does Beyonce have the money to be like, "Yes, private chef, go whip up what my bitch wants right now"? Of course. Is the private chef there to do so? Of course. But is that what the fuck I'm gonna tell that kid to do? No. Go get your ass, go get that spaghetti out the fridge and go heat that shit up. Because there has to be some semblance of normalcy. Even though we do not, our life is a little bit different. Our life is a little bit different than like, the average person's life.
True.
But like, we're gonna have some semblance of normalcy. You ain't gonna, could Beyonce tell Blue that she could go run around that nanny and that maid to go get whatever the fuck she want to?
Right.
Or whatever, she could. And she don't, because I need a kid who's not an asshole. And that's why Taylor Perry says, the kid is going to fly coach because he doesn't need to be able to just fly first class everywhere he needs to go because a 12-year-old does not need that. They don't need it because that's realistic. And so and again, could Blue Ivy be bossing around whoever the fuck to get whatever the fuck because these people are paid for to do the things that they do? Yes. But does the 12-year-old need that? No. So I'm going to send my 12-year-old to go get that shit food at the fridge because I need a normal kid who's well-adjusted and not a piece of shit. And that is, I think, what they are doing. I think that when you grow up, though, I think the less you grow up with and the more you have, the harder that discography is to the harder that it's a big area to cover. I think, not discography. There's this is a lot of area to cover for like how we deal with this. Because I don't want to be I don't want a kid who's spoiled, but I want a kid who can have everything that he wants, but I don't want a kid who's spoiled.
I don't want a kid who is spoiled. I want to just say this. I don't want a kid who's spoiled. I don't want a kid who don't know how to not only survive, but I don't want a kid who don't know that life is not just privilege. Life is you working for what you want in your life. But I also don't want to be the type of parent, and this is just me saying this, I don't want to be the type of parent that I work hard and certain things that I don't think really matter. Like I don't know how much I think flying coach makes my child a better or less than a better person, just as much as I know shitty people who have only flied and will only fly coach. I think it's more to it than that.
Right.
So I actually think for me what happened, and this is just this clip. This is just a talk show. I think the way I just think that with Tyler, I hear him. I'm not bitching about Tyler. I think Tyler's a great father. I just feel that for me, I would have said it a little differently because it takes more than a fucking first class charter to make your child or break your child. It's more to it than that.
I think that
Personally, I think that, but we know that. I don't have to think that ain't even. We know that.
I have, and since
Because poverty is a bitch.
Since moving to Los Angeles, I have seen people with lots of money be super fucked up.
That's
And
true.
To a point where
That is true.
I grew up with no money, so like
Same.
You couldn't tell me that your parents being worth millions and millions and millions of dollars, your home being worth millions, you coming from educated backgrounds, grandparents about to die, give you some more millions, like all of these things. Like you couldn't tell me that wasn't going to set you up to be better. And I literally got to Los Angeles and learned quite quickly, actually,
Right.
that isn't the case.
Right.
That you can be worth all of this money and you can be insured and all of this can be happening. And your 23-year-old, your 18-year-old can be a mess. Your 15-year-old can be a mess. Your 30-year-old can be a mess. And it's not anything, the money ain't gonna fix it. The money actually is probably what the fucking problem was.
It's fair. I don't disagree with that.
To be super honest with you.
I don't disagree with that.
The money is actually probably where the issues began.
I don't disagree with that.
And I didn't learn that until running into money and running into what being having money or not having money could or could not mean. Let's do the last topic or two.
Yes. Whew. That was good.
Very.
I knew that it would be lively. Good
Always.
New Year's thing. I knew that. That's perfect.
We can drink a whole
Love
bottle
it.
of wine in there.
Yeah, that was perfect. I knew that we needed something to get the people the good
lively.
Oko and
It's
Cocoa
2025,
banter, honey.
motherfucker.
That's also another thing that I recognize about listening to that other show is that they don't do this. People don't do the banter that we do. Where we
They're
can,
young though. It's different.
And I mean, when I say they, I mean in other shows. Not
Right.
them in particular. Right. Not them. They definitely don't.
Right.
Well, what about this? I was reading a Buddhist monk's.
They were great guys. The show.
You want to mention the show?
It was called
I don't know.
the podcast you didn't want, the podcast you didn't need, the podcast you didn't ask for. One of those. Cool guys.
Well, I was reading a
Oko was supposed to be on the show and then didn't want to. He didn't want to play with the young people.
I knew I wanted to just save it for this. I'm not going to give them two people I don't fucking know energy when I'm going to
You should because
give you less.
because they're useful.
Are they bigger?
Yeah, they're popular.
They help you. So wait, let's end with this. So I was reading a Buddhist monk's thing, and it says 4 ways to stop making your life difficult for yourself. And I thought it was interesting. I want to read some of the 4 things that it says.
Stop making your life difficult for yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Number 1 is think positively as often as possible.
I mean, that's pretty generic.
He goes
I'll
on,
do better. I can.
Goes on to say that
I shouldn't do bad.
It goes on to say that it may be hard to look on the bright side of things when you're experiencing challenges and setbacks, but will spending lots of time worrying help? It will not.
Nigga, this is the most generic ass Instagram ass post I done heard you pull up.
It's fair. Okay, number 2 is, it's fair. This is why it's good.
Right.
Number 2 is be confident in your own decisions.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that is tea. That is real. That is real. Life altering advice.
Yeah.
Right.
They say that while it can be helpful and important to be open to other people's opinions, you should avoid giving much weight to what other people have to say.
This was written by a 22-year-old.
No, it was a Buddhist monk. I think this bitch kind of old.
I think they actually just said they were a Buddhist monk and it was a 20.
Could have been.
I
It
think
could be
that's what it was,
lying.
because that was literally just saying like the grass is greener on the other
Number
side.
3 is
be kind to your neighbor.
Number 3 is remember both successes and failures are already in the past. I
Shoot
thought that
me
was interesting.
in the foot. You
That
seen
was
what was it?
interesting.
What was it? What's that movie with Eddie Murphy and the black woman and she asked him to shoot him in the foot?
I don't know what
Friday
that is.
night, Friday Black Harlem Nights. Shoot me in my fucking foot.
Okay. Yeah, number 3 was remember both successes.
That's only
and
number
failures.
3?
Yes, there was just 4. So we got one more. It
Fuck.
says when it comes to your craft, there will be a mix of huge accomplishments, low moments, and everything in between. It's important to remember that work is a living thing. Everything from the time to the conditions to the people involved varies from one moment to the next.
What kind of Cracker Barrel card ass shit?
Number 4 is know when to walk away from battles. I thought that was true. You should know when to walk away from certain things. This person says, this Buddhist monk says, our society is...
This is a Buddhist monk.
Yes.
It's not someone pulling Hallmark cards.
No.
Not at all. Totally not.
The monk says, our society is hyper-competitive, and being victorious is a desire that just about everyone has. But there are times when it's best to just step aside and step out of the ring. He said, it's fine to have goals and go after them, but don't get too attached to the outcome. All right.
Nigga, fly.
And listen.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's the best.
Was crazy.
That is listen, like, it's like, what else do you need for 2025 and knowing when to walk away from battles?
What would you like to accomplish this year in 2025? Because
You know what? That
was some bull ass shit.
It was great.
That
It was
awesome.
good after Tyler.
That was a wire brush to my hemorrhoids.
Oof.
What are you looking
You know
forward to?
What I
in
am
2025.
The first thing I'm looking forward to is that I'm going to commit myself to writing the piece of writing about my grandmother that I was a little too emotional to write last year. I started, but then I stopped.
When you say like committing to the piece of writing,
Like writing it.
Like writing it, just physically. creating it.
Literally writing it. Not fucking crying.
Not putting it up for sale.
Not putting it up for sale, not walking away, not crying, not like literally every single day. Because I actually was at one point a person who wrote every single day.
I remember that.
I couldn't do it last year. I was right about it, even though I know that it's supposed to be a little story about me and my grandmother, but I'm going to commit to that. That's the first thing.
I've been friends with Zoka for years, and I've been asking him to send me something that he's written, and he has
Yeah, that's not
happened.
No,
It's
and
not
I have a lot of
happened.
stuff. That's not.
It hasn't happened. I've asked so many times.
Well, you will be seeing
I've just
this one.
stopped asking it.
Yeah, that's fair too. Number two, I would think that it would be to get some monetization with this show.
That require more effort on your part for this show.
True, but you asked me what was my things.
Are you going to put in the effort to do that?
I suppose if I'm mentioning it.
Okay.
I mean, I
love
suppose
this
it's what I'm
concept.
doing.
We'll see.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll see.
That's-
It's
I mean, you
really-
asked me
it's
what
really
was
up
my
in the air.
things. Yeah.
Right.
But I would say that. I also am from the art wise. I was reading an article earlier today that was saying how with the art community, like, start collecting art. So you know what? I am going to like manifest a nice way that I can actually buy my first piece of art this year. Just as an art lover, but also to start like an art collection of my own that will one day be profitable.
You know enough artists to just get some artists to give you some art for free.
I didn't say any of that. You're asking me what I want to do this year.
But you are going to get some artists to give you some for free.
I don't want it for free. I want to buy
The
it.
low.
Yeah.
Hook it up.
That's the thing though. But the point though is that I actually want
I know a couple artists who we know mutually who would probably.
Oh, I actually know a lot of artists, but I don't want
would love
free.
to? Who would
no,
love
no,
to-
I
who
know.
would love to give you
no,
some?
I know. I'm actually.
I would love to actually. I would like to join you on that. I would like to buy some art as well, but they're not going to go hook it up for me like they're going to hook it up for you. Anyway.
No, they won't.
They not because I'm ugly and I guess.
But they don't know you. I mean, the people that are gonna hook it up with me only fucking know me. But
I know some of them niggas who I'm thinking about too. They probably not gonna hook it up for me. Though.
True, you do know them. But no, I'm going to do a little more of.
I'm not
that.
as likable as Oko. It's fine.
Okay,
No, I'm not.
those are the top three. Finished. Go on.
With what I want for 2021.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I did three.
We're doing more music stuff, more original music.
Yeah, I would like to hear that from you.
I need 100,000 followers on Instagram.
And where are you at now?
10.
You're at 10,000. Very nice.
I'm just under 10.
That's very
I
good.
should cross 10 like next week.
Good for you.
I appreciate you, Sted. Like 100,000, because I was at 1,500 in like May.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very good.
Yeah, so I'm trying. 100,000 next year. And I'd like to do better as a business owner with like my timing and like my timing of things
Okay.
and like my due dates of stuff.
Okay.
I'd like to tighten that up. Because I'm like, I know how to get clients, I know how to do all these other things. But
Right.
now when having these clients do the things to make sure that we keep them and they enjoy the service and
Okay.
all that stuff. So that's like on my 2025. Those are my three biggest things for 2025.
I mean, hey, to go from 15, what do you say you started out in May?
Like 1,500.
To go from 1,500 to 10K, I mean, that's a feat.
Right.
It ain't easy.
And we're gonna take it from 10 to 100,000 by June 1st.
Do you have like what's the most that you've ever seen people like follow you in one day?
Maybe like 300 followers a day.
A day?
A day.
Very good.
Yeah. And I probably at the moment average maybe like 50 followers a day.
Right now?
Right now, about 50.
When did it peak though? When was the day that it was 300 a day? Like what was it? What made them do that?
It was just I had a lot of videos that were all going viral at the same time. I just was actually in Instagram, and right now a handful of my videos have all been flagged, but like they're getting flagged. Because the internet's kind of racist.
Okay.
So if I say like jingle bell motherfucker, now my video is flagged, even though, white people say whatever they want to all the time. So I just put in like an appeal because I literally had like 30 complaints against my videos today. I saw it. It was like,
well, people are complaining.
There's a lot. Like it had to be like some things flagging this video. It's either people, it's something flagged it. And so I put it up. I put in like an appeal thing or whatever. Yeah, I guess we'll see. 100,000 next year. I don't want a normal job at the end of next year. I don't want to have to do that. If I have one, it's out of choice.
Right.
But I need $80,000 a year coming off of my following next year.
80,000 from just
$80,000 a year.
Okay.
Coming from my following.
Got it.
And my ability to get views and clicks and shares and that type of stuff is my plan for 2025. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much, and we'll be here weekly, child. Whenever. We'll be here. We'll be here. We'll be talking
most
in
weeks.
Yeah,
we're here
we'll
most
be
weeks.
here.
We're around. We be talking. We're here.
Even if you don't see it.
Even if you don't see it, we usually popped up in that conversation. The episode might get shelved, but we did do it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Till next time. Happy 2025, y'all.
Hello, 2025.
All right. It's going to be crazy.
Hello, 2025. Bye, y'all.